Hi Konkana, hi Manoj bhai. Welcome to Fever FM.
Thank you.
Because we've just got 10 minutes, we'll quickly do small talk.
Okay.
कितना डिफिकल्ट काम है वो.
बहुत मुश्किल है. नहीं मतलब अभी आप डीप बातें करके उठे इसलिए मुझे लगा कि for a change.
Heads up.
वो नॉर्मल सवाल कौन से होते हैं? I mean that you can answer in your sleep during promotional tours. आपको लगता है फिर आ गया? I've gone from one promotion to the other. ये सवाल फिर आ गया. So now it has become your muscle memory.
कैसा रहा आपका एक्सपीरियंस?
कैसे रहा आपका एक्सपीरियंस? How was it working with Coco?
Or whoever your director.
Whoever your director or your another co-actor. Yeah.
So I'll begin with a very original question. कैसा experience रहा आपका working with Manoj?
You know, I was just saying this earlier that actually my notion of Manoj Bajpayee was very different. It has been ruined.
It came crashing down.
Ruined.
Came crashing down.
You know, because the weight of his work, his performance, you know, if you have to just consider that, it's very intimidating. And he has a very different kind of a, I don't know, off-screen persona. I never knew him. But working with him was so easy. And he's such an ally on set. You know, कि मुझे ये ना मुझे difficult लग रहा है, आपने ये थोड़ा देख लीजिए. हाँ, and it's very easy, you know. So communication is easy, the acting is, he makes it, his whole work looks so easy. So that has been, you know, I've really benefited from working with him.
एक हिंदी में phrase होता है रायता फैल गया. Is it the English cousin of killer soup?
अब maybe.
सूप तो फैल गया.
सूप तो फैल गया है. कुछ सूप फैला उसको इंग्लिश में बोलो चाहे किसी चीज में बोलो सूप फैला है.
एक बात कही जाती फिलोसफिकली कि दुनिया दो तरीके के लोगों में बटी है. I'm just taking a cue from what we can perceive of soup, killer soup, खाने से जुड़ा होगा कुछ. दुनिया दो तरीके के लोगों में बटी होती है. एक बनाने वाले, दूसरे खाने वाले. Which side do you both belong to?
एक बनाने वालों की साइड होती है, खाने वाले की साइड. खाने वाले
Of course, बैलेंस तभी तो बना रहे.
खाने वाले की साइड में तो थोड़ा गिल्ट होना शुरू हुआ, तभी खाना बनाना शुरू किया. नहीं चलो यार मतलब
I want to say कि बहुत बढ़िया खाना बनाते हैं मनोज जी, because he has cooked for us, not soup but he has cooked mutton
dishes.
Yeah,
various mutton dishes, and I was also kind of learning those dishes. But lucky for me कि वो सारे के सारे नए नए जो रेसिपीज थे जो मैं कभी इंस्टाग्राम से कभी देखता सब अच्छे आए.
बहुत अच्छा है.
कितने लोग पलटे?
आप मतलब मैं
तारीफ करके
देखो, मैं कोशिश यही करता हूँ कि मैं खाना खिला के लोगों को बेहोश कर दूँ. कोशिश ही रहती है. कई बार मतलब कामयाब होता हूँ, कई बार नहीं होता हूँ.
Konkana,
मैं तो खाने वाली.
आप खाने वाली साइड से हैं. The wrong connection. Konkana, you have now that you call yourself an actor, but डायरेक्टर होने के बाद से आपकी एक्टर वाली अप्रोच में कुछ परिवर्तन आया है? Have you changed something?
I feel I have become even like, not that I was ever a really difficult actor कि हम लेट आ रहे हैं, मुझे lines नहीं पता, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. मैं cooperative ही थी हमेशा से. लेकिन I think I have become little more understanding कि वेट करना है 2 घंटा, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, वेट कर लेंगे. तो I think I've become a little more understanding. And you know what happened early in my career actually, that is when, you know, you feel like when you don't have so much experience, you feel like अरे ये ऐसे क्यों कर रही है, अरे वो ऐसा क्यों है. ये थोड़ा शुरू में तो मुझे होता था ऐसा, बट दैट आई लर्न टू रेन इट इन कि ये दैट इज नॉट माई बिजनेस. बाकी सब अपने काम कर रहे हैं एंड आई हैव टू जस्ट फोकस एंड कॉन्सेंट्रेट एंड ऑन माई ओन वर्क. सो दैट वाज एक्चुअली अ वेरी ग्रेट लाइफ लेसन ऑल्सो.
We've heard from the actors who worked under you as a director that Konkana, and you also said here in the interview, that Konkana is all about rehearsing. और मनोज भाई हमने वासेपुर के टाइम पे बहुत सुना था, बहुत सारे improvisations हो रहे हैं. So rehearsing versus improvisations, how does it come together?
I mean, okay, without rehearsal, improvisation cannot happen. I mean, this is a wrong notion that people talk about. It really bothers me. You can't improvise. You can't be spontaneous if you're not well prepared. And to know it backwards about the work that you're going to do is very important. The basis of improvisation and spontaneity is rehearsal or the prep work.
Now when you look back at your own like out of body experience, Konkana, her body of work, Manoj, his body of work, would you give some advice to the Konkana the starter and Manoj the starter? Any advice? now that you worked so much?
I don't think there's any need to give any advice to Manoj, who has done so phenomenally well.
If you have to give advice to
To
yourself,
your
your younger
yourself.
self.
Young
Own
self.
Today, I think, it's hard to say because I did certain things, then certain other things also fell into place, you know. It's such a journey like that. So I don't think I would want to change anything different. I think when I started off, I didn't know if I want to be an actor. I didn't know if I wanted to continue being an actor. And that gave me only a certain lightness, which I enjoyed. It was not all your expectation is on the outcome, because outcome is something we have very little control over. So this was not articulated to myself at that time. So maybe I didn't understand and I was working instinctively, but I would let her still work instinctively.
Just calm down. Just calm down. Things will be all right. Also because, there was, my journey has been such, coming from the village, not knowing things fully, even the urban ways, the language, or the etiquettes, or the education, or the exposure, all of that. So my days used to be filled up, and it gave me, because of the exhaustion, and the anger issues kept on increasing in me. And I was very much aware of it. It's because over the years I understood that, if you really want to become a good actor, you have to understand yourself. You have to, look within all the time. Be aware of all the happenings which is taking place inside you. I knew that my anger is not doing good to me. My intensity is not doing good to me. My being serious is not doing good to me. But I didn't know how to help myself. Because there is work, there is job. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be intense about it, serious about it. But even after doing all of this, I didn't know how to calm down. How to just let it go. I think what my biggest achievement is not my career. My biggest achievement is understanding all of that and really letting it go. And I'm far better actor today, and a far better human being today.
So, आप लोग इतनी busy जिंदगियां जी रहे हैं as actors. I've heard a lot of people talk about it कि actors need to be observers as well. When you're living such busy lives, शुरुआत कर रहे थे तब तो काम भी कम था, फिर काम बढ़ा. अब इतने बिजी स्केड्यूल में हाउ डू यू फाइंड द टाइम? एक तो सिंगर्स के लिए होता है जैसे रियाज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, एक्टर्स के लिए भी एक किस्म का रियाज ज़रूरी होता है. सो हाउ व्हेन यू शिफ्टिंग बिटवीन प्रोजेक्ट्स, हाउ डू यू मैनेज?
I think to a certain extent, it is partly nature, or what your nature is. How deeply you can know yourself is how deeply you can know life or other people.
Right.
How observant you are about myself, like Manoj was saying earlier, and so many things were resonating. It was so nice because, the way I behave myself, if I can keep a detachment from that and just observe myself, many elements, it can be used. Just observing human nature is also very interesting. Then you don't have to also get caught up in the emotions. You can just see, and many things are explained through that, I think reading also is very helpful because you can inhabit another mind space. You can inhabit another world. You can leave yourself for some time, which is very healthy, I think, according to me.
She says so rightly. What is riyaz for an actor? When you're just, when you're just looking outside and you see a middle-aged guy standing at the bus stop, and you're just looking at him and you're trying to make a backstory, you're guessing where he's coming from, where he's going, what's his story. This is also a riyaz for us. And also try to understand what you're going through. What are the conflicts that you are going through? What is the desire in you? Is there in the dream? Because we always mistake between dream and desire. So, trying to differentiate that within you. It's a lot many things. And I keep thinking. I get lost many times, thinking. I think that also part of, as she said it so rightly, that becomes our second nature. Without me really observing you, that is so much a second nature that I can actually, imitate you when I get out from here.
Okay.
And having lunch, I can actually imitate you.
I'll hold you to it. I'll check.
So no, but what I'm saying that is now it's our second nature now, and that's happening, and also we are. I mean, lucky for us that we are working most of the days, so that riyaz is happening, but that rehearsal is happening, that prep is happening all the time. पहले जब काम नहीं था तो मैं बहुत रियाज करता था, अलग अलग एक्सरसाइजेस करता रहता था मैं. जैसे कि न्यूज़पेपर की कटिंग निकाल के उसमें से एक कोई भी I used to form a story and then find a character in it and just work on that character whole day and then improvise on the basis of all that mental work you have done for your friends. Then you get on with your drinking and the party.
So, this is reminding me of something that many times, doesn't it happen where when you're saying you're lost in your thought, that,
Right.
that many times when you have imagined something or you have imagined a conversation, I don't even know, it's all there on my face or my expressions anyway. Some one or two phrases I might even say aloud. So sometimes you have to be,
Okay.
okay, mentally I can think whatever I want, but outside it has to be, plain. So those things happen, actually, it's not even planned. They just happen. I think it would have happened even if I was not a professional actor.
So the lady just stood up, and that's a reminder for me कि मैं last question पूछ. So dark humor, क्योंकि बहुत देर से हिंदुस्तान में appreciate होना शुरू हुआ. I think वासेपुर was one such movie. हम first.
उसके पहले भी था, उसके पहले भी फिल्में आई और काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल भी रही हैं. वासेपुर is actually a thriller कम डार्क ह्यूमर, बट मैं उसको पूरी तरीके से डार्क कॉमेडी नहीं कहूँगा वासेपुर. मोनिका
थोड़ा शुरू होना था acceptance जनता का.
मोनिका my darling to a certain extent, but the black comedy की जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, the world, जैसे कि फागो में,
I was about to say Coen Brothers.
हाँ, Coen Brothers ने बहुत अच्छा एक्सप्लोर किया है. So we are talking in that regard, in that sense. So let's see.
I think that, with dark comedy, and I also love dark comedy, and we're exploring it more and more now, which is so wonderful, because it uses a key thing that is that we all use in real life. It is the juxtaposition of opposing elements, which is really how comedy actually works, because you build some tension and then you provide relief with laughter. Even in drama, it's always that balance which is there. And, and laughter in unexpected places. Then you're surprising yourself. That,
Right.
this is, just two conflicting emotions.
Two conflicting
That is
emotions, yeah.
always, it's a rich experience.
I have to say, before I was about to start this interview, I was just trying to calm myself because I have this impression of you as Diana in Ek Thi Diana. The way you look, मेरी फट गई थी, honestly. But Killer Soup on 11th Jan on Netflix. Both these wonderful actors. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.